Redondo and Manhattan, the beach cities, because they're all just kind of, they don't go too deep back. You know what I mean?
Welcome back to the Gotta Be Good podcast, guys. We are out here in LA living it up. You know what is
going down.
in my hand?
But Nolan Riddle, a.k.a. Endless Grudge.
Hey, let's not talk about that. We're talking about us right now.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
We didn't have a script this podcast. So
No.
We never have a script.
We just took some legal medicine.
Legal in the state of California to all visitors and occupants.
So if I'm acting funny, because I'm acting funny.
But
Tired.
how you like being back in California?
Wait.
Sorry.
Back it up, son.
Why?
Why'd you leave Minnesota?
True.
He's
here to
okay. Well,
hard questions.
all right. So we left because didn't like it.
That's great.
So we did it's pretty decent, I think. We did a year, and then it was like, lease was ending. We're like, all right, we signed up for another year. Let's find another spot. And then we were looking at spots and just both kind of homesick, because I spent like almost 7 years out here, like in this area.
Was home for a good amount of time.
I mean, for my entire adult life,
Cool.
from the time I was 18 till 24-ish. And then we just came back, did a year, and I was like, fuck, I think I was just really burying it, because I was like, Minnesota's familiar too, but like it felt way different. So, when it came time to renew the lease, we were like, definitely not doing that. Let's check out some other spots around Minneapolis. We found a couple cool spots, but I think we both really just missed it a lot here. And
your winter here too.
Yeah, she's from San Pedro, which is, if you go up PCH out here and you just go right up that hill, you'll get there. And so, I mean, I think
It's home for her.
it's home for her. It feels more like home for me. Like when you guys pulled up to the restaurant, you were like, I've never seen you like this, dude. This is really different, dude.
You were like,
You and your atmosphere.
you were you.
I think I just operate more comfortably.
Like you weren't wearing a mask for one. I saw your face. It was kind of, you had a smile on your face. That was,
Different.
yeah.
That's a bit different to just be rocking a smile unprompted, huh?
Normally it's like, you'll be just like, maybe like 10 seconds max, and then you're back to
Yeah.
from Grudge.
Well, I feel like that's how. Well, Young Lean's a role model, sad boy, so I would just kind of stay just very stoic,
Well, in your first pod too, it got really deep. A lot of dark humor.
Yeah.
But it was winter time in Minnesota, so that's normally how it goes as well. So
Yeah,
what humor?
I think it's really weird right now, because it doesn't feel like we're podding.
We're just chilling.
And we're in California. Or the vibes are vibing.
The sun's popping out. Aren't I shitty this morning?
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it. I'm loving the weather.
dude, it's great.
I love the cold. A little bit of, like,
Cool breeze.
you can wear a hoodie, but you can wear a t-shirt.
Yep.
You wear a hoodie with the shorts, or you can wear a short and t-shirt. Like,
Dude, I'm telling you, the best combo is you rock a hoodie and shorts,
it's fire.
and then your body, I don't really know what it does, but it just balances you out, and you just cruise, zip around. But
Oh, we were zipping.
yeah,
We should get into last night a little bit.
well,
Fucking zipping some birds, man.
well, dude, Minnesota winter's rough. I think that was a big part of it too. Minnesota winter was brutal.
I get pretty sad in the winter time. Like, you can make it fun, but you gotta put in a lot of effort.
Honestly, that whole year, like, I hung out with you guys a decent bit,
Yeah.
but for the most part of that year, I didn't leave the apartment. I just made beats, and I would just try to rap, and the show was cool. But that whole time, from like a month before the show till about February, I was drinking so heavily too that like I wouldn't leave, bro.
Also a Minnesota thing too, to like, it's
Just drink and stay home.
well, there's just not, as much going on.
Yeah, it was just different, bro. I was just not
That's what I was saying too. Is like if you're in Minnesota, like you want like a lake crib with a boat, which not all of us are
Fortunate enough.
exactly.
Yeah. It would be nice, but, I think there's a lot more stimulation out here, too, especially if you're, it's a little more expensive to exist, but there's more opportunity to go and do and see shit that doesn't necessarily have to run your pockets, It's pretty cool.
Well, you go like walk the beach, honestly.
Yeah, we can walk if you want, Tony.
No.
Tony's down bad right now. I don't know what happened. He's been doing a lot of driving. Shout out to him.
A lot of driving.
It's been
All driving.
A lot of airplane stuff.
You guys drove me around.
A lot of walking, scooting.
Dude, I think the student, like last night when we got done or when we got back.
It was the walk back, dude. The walk back is, we got these fucking sausages cooked.
Bro, I woke up this morning and I felt like my calves had just, like, endured, like, an entire... Like I had been working them out for days.
Like we walked up 70 plus stairs. Which we did.
I was sure over shit.
We were
Fuck up the shit.
I raced a Latino boy on the pier, and he smoked me bad.
We've talked about
I
fat.
can put that.
Yeah,
We've talked about fat, so.
let's talk about Fat Sal's, bro.
All right. Let me say a couple things here, all right?
Okay.
It's like you walk in, let's go to Fat Sal's. It's pretty exquisite, I'd say. Pretty elegant. It's got a nice look to it. It's got a nice environment.
It's got a good appeal.
Good,
Good people, good music. Dude, a lot of good music.
yeah.
Great. A lot of Drake in there.
There's a lot of
Drake that I've never even heard.
good encounters. Everybody's vibing. Vibes are vibing. Sandwiches are being cooked, and those sandwiches are fucking like, when you order an entree, you got this. You got the cheese,
At the pocket.
you got the fries,
Yeah.
you got the mashed potatoes or something.
Yeah.
That's what fries are. You got the meat, and then you got like the lettuce. Like I basically just made a sandwich in my head. Okay, I just fucked that.
But basically, it's all wrapped in a. Like, I had fries and chicken, some other stuff in my sub.
Oh yeah,
A combination of it.
So
you guys got this.
listen, dude. So Fat Sal's is a coveted sandwich shop that I only know of a couple locations that they have in Venice, which is where we went, which I'd never been to before. I thought I was taking us to the Santa Monica one because we were already in Santa Monica.
Went to what pier did we go to?
We were at the Santa Monica pier, so Santa Monica and Venice are next to each other.
Gotcha.
And I think they were both really close together. I just took us to the closest one. But Fat Sal's is, like the sandwich me and Tony had was brisket. So it's on a roll, like a hoagie roll or like a sub roll, but it's garlic toast. So they hit it with garlic butter, toast it. They put brisket, mozzarella sticks, French fries,
Chicken tendies.
yeah, chicken tenders.
There to your guys.
Dude, I was so bummed out. I didn't want to say anything. Like, the biggest bummer sandwich there, dude.
Really? I've been known to be a basic bitch sometimes.
Well, the buffalo, at first you're like, for sure the buffalo.
Honestly though, like it was good.
I snagged a bite while you were in the bathroom, dude. This shit's...
I couldn't even open the bathroom by myself because they had to like use a code to
Well,
work right out, man.
they get turned up around there, so you gotta have a coat on the back.
Dude, I didn't know
There's
this
a lot.
was there too. They didn't have like a lot of options, but
No, just beer, really.
they had the Arnold Palmer Spike. You make it?
Yeah, that joint's just catching up.
Well, I think the indica. I think that's my thing.
Dude, it's making me go downhill.
It's making me go like chill though, like a chill flight.
Chill flight.
Not like 100%.
We'll find some way to invigorate you.
Invigorate. Please
I think
elaborate.
well, that's a word, right? Invigorate. Invigor?
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, it means to like bring life to
Uh,
like kind of bring life back into or something like that.
so,
I thought.
let me just get my pocket dictionary out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I forgot. We have phones.
Isn't that crazy?
But, so, you've been back here for how long now?
We've only been back like just under 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks tomorrow.
And did you guys drive down?
Yeah, it was atrocious. It was terrible.
You said it was like, was it like a blizzard like in Nebraska and you're going through it or something?
Yeah, so right, so we spent a year in Minnesota, right? So we drove out there separately, both in our cars, but we drove out. And it's like a 28-hour drive. But then when you add like sleeping and shit on top of it, it really still only took us about 35 total hours, including stops and sleeping, to get out here because we hardly slept.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get there. But coming back, we left at like 11 a.m. on for Saturday morning, and we didn't get here until like 10 a.m. Monday morning, and we drove almost the entire time. So what happened was we got out of Minnesota, we get through Idaho, no problems. We get into Nebraska, it starts to snow, right? So we pull off at like a truck stop, doing what we did the last time we made the fucking pilgrimage. And then we're posted up at the truck stop, just kind of like trying to get some rest. I was driving at that point, so I park us up, and then, you know, I'm just kind of watching videos on my phone, and Vanessa's getting comfortable and, you know, trying to get some rest in. She maybe got an hour.
Yeah.
And then the heater hadn't been working in her car either, and it was probably about 12 degrees out. So it's the same temperature inside and outside the car. So, excuse me, we post up for like a couple hours, and I'm just on my phone scrolling, you know, like fucking around. And then she kind of wakes up and she's like, I feel like we should just keep going. Like, if we keep going, we're not going to be as cold. Like, it gets a little warm breeze in there from the heater, but like, it just doesn't work right. So I'm like, all right, yeah. So we get back on the road, and we're on like a county road kind of thing. And at one point, it's really starts dumping fucking, you know, mini snowballs on us. So when you're driving through the middle of nowhere with no street lights and nothing but like small mountains on either side of you, and you got your headlights on and the massive snow is coming at you, it feels like you're on a treadmill, like you're not moving, and your senses get really fucked up. And so you're constantly like straining your eyes to make sure you're like still moving and moving the right direction. And it feels like you're traveling like through the ocean or through space, and it's fucked up. So it took me about an hour and a half to go like 20 miles to get to a motel. We got there at about 3 a.m. and then we crashed out for a few hours and then had some breakfast and got back on the road. And that was the most brutal part of it. And then after that night, we did not stop. We literally went through going. Yeah, I was like, we're not stopping. But then every time, you know, we would go back and forth, she would take over, I would take back over, and it would start snowing wherever we were. So I drove through the snow all through the mountains in Colorado for like 4 or 5 hours.
What states do you normally go through to, like, from California to up to Minnesota or back?
You'll go through, if you go here to Minnesota, you'll go through Vegas, you'll go through Nevada. We went through Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, and then we went through one of the Dakotas on the way there. On the way back, we went through Idaho, Nebraska. It took like a more southern route. Idaho, Nebraska, Colorado, Vegas, California.
For sure.
So they're really rough drives both ways.
For sure. I'm sure that the, like, from California up to Minnesota, the beginning's not terrible, but the last.
No.
Bad.
Yeah, when you get through Dakota, so a popular semi route starts like at the beginning or like at like the end of North or South Dakota, whichever one we came through, I don't fucking remember. So when we were coming through, you know, we were probably like 9 hours into the drive of the day. And this is kind of like right where the Dakota starts is where people are like coming out of. So the whole way through, for like the first hour, there's semis turned over on the road because they've just made it the whole way through Dakota where it's nothing and one road, that they are like falling asleep at the wheel and turning off into a fucking ditch.
Yeah, I used to drive up through like North Dakota, and in the winter time, there's hella semis just always turning over like in the ditch.
I think it was South Dakota now that I think about it, because
You guys, when I came up through like Watertown,
because I was like, oh, we're gonna be near the Badlands. We should make a little trip, but we weren't anywhere near the fucking Badlands, dude. We're not even close. I was like, oh, Mount Rushmore in the Badlands, dude. Like, sick. No, not even close.
so do you guys immediately come here, or you guys?
Drove straight here. And then just posted up. And then got a couple jobs, and that's about it, dude.
For sure.
Just
Shout out to Rock and Brews.
Rock and Brews.
It's a sick spot. You get a nice flight on a guitar.
Oof.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
It's
sick.
pretty good. A lot of different beer options. The list of beers was pretty big.
It was large.
Really great vibe.
Right across the street, there's a El Segundo Tap House, which I think supplies
I'm assuming.
a good amount of beer there.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Very rock and roll type vibe. Obviously, Rock and Brews.
But they got no T-shirts in a large man size.
Oh, you try to get a T-shirt?
They only have small and mediums. Right? So where there is a diaper.
They're out of stock, bro. I'm sorry. It actually didn't have anything to do with it.
You could ship them one. And you guys re up.
I can, yeah.
I'll have to have a discussion.
We'll figure it out.
Work out the logistics.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for your
Mhm.
knowledge. So, anyway, how are we enjoying it out here? Well,
Are ya?
so far, so good. When
I'm liking it.
my
I'm
back
sure beer,
hurts,
California.
my hammies are killing me.
Oh my God.
My feet are rocked.
So, man, we got to give him some sushi, I think.
You know what? I just don't think I've been sleeping well.
Dude, literally, I woke up at 7, and the dude's doing stretches, and then we wake up at like 11:45, and he's still stretching.
I woke up at like 6:45ish, 7
Wow.
the first night, and then today I woke up at 7:30, and then I went to bed.
I'm like, I can sleep in.
We went to bed at like 1 or 2 both nights.
It was like 2 for sure.
We got back to the hotel at 12:30ish, and then, had a couple dads.
Oh, yeah. I almost lost my phone last night.
Oh, that was a good one.
So we go up to the room or whatever, and I'm like, we were chilling up there for like a good 15, 20 minutes before I realized I didn't have my phone.
Then we met these girls in the lobby, and they fucking pickpocket.
No, I wish they would have, because I would have went on the search for them. But no. So I like changed or whatever. It's for comfy clothes, whatever. Realized I have my phone. I'm like, it has to be in the car. I really don't want to go all the way back down there.
It's
We're
far.
like in a big casino, and the parking's gigantic. But
It was
of
far.
course, I go down there, and where is it? Unlock the car. I'm like, nope, it's not the car. It's right on top of the roof of the car. So, well, we found it. I was starting to panic a little bit there.
Yeah, he called me. I could hear the shakes in his voice when he found it.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I had a few edibles last night, and I didn't feel like leaving the hotel room. Once we got up there, I'm like, okay,
Bedtime.
I don't want to see people. I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people because
There's a concert, a bunch of cowgirls.
and like poker tournaments going on.
I know. It was
Blackjack.
popping when we were there.
I might have to get a massage though.
You might need to, because
Drink a happy dad and go get a happy ending.
we're gonna.
You can find one.
We still have a whole other trip.
I know, and it feels like we've been here for a week.
We've been here for 2 days.
That's just what my body's telling me.
Well,
I'm not cut out for this life.
But hey,
well, it's busy, dude. It's fast.
I appreciate you being super amped, seeing us and having us come out.
I was so excited, dude.
Yeah, we pulled to your word. You were like, I'm amped. You guys are here. I'm off. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels great to have somebody we know out here.
Tony.
It's not like your birthday car in the street.
Before we even did the pod, I was complaining about it.
You know, it's a natural thing. Why is it so?
I know, but you can do it like under your breath.
But then I don't get it all out.
That's too damn bad.
Sometimes you just gotta unleash the beast, you know?
So where we look at it?
That depends.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, good.
I told you to work.
You were telling me you can't get fucking. You smoke and then it's just hunger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
Well, that's good because I have a constant hunger that I don't ever fulfill.
I can't believe I ate what I ate this morning. Like, yeah, I was just endless.
So,
And it was a double, like 2 patties. So each patty was like this thick. So there's 2 patties, and then chili, and then the bun made it like this, and then got a big old platter of fries. And then the French toast was like this thick for 1 feet.
leave fucking stuffed out
Yeah,
toast.
and it was like maybe like a 5x5 piece, and there's probably like this much left after. I was pretty bloated.
That's wild. I had a fucking sandwich from Starbucks and coffee for breakfast, man.
I wanted a breakfast burrito, but
There's 2 different like vendors that are out in the casino. Different
Yeah.
places.
kitchens.
Yes.
2 different kitchens. they have.
Since you've been back here,
Mm.
have you just been trying to get like settled in, or have you still been like had time to like work on music?
Yeah, you know what?
Just put out a single.
Yeah, put out Like a Dog came out yesterday. Came out yesterday. That's a good one. That was very different, you know. It was a bit of a departure from a lot of the shit I was making back in Minnesota. It was, you know, not so heavily influenced by melody and auto-tune. It was just a lot more just kind of like raw vocals and shit, which I find more kind of challenging and fun to do. So I've got singles set up to come out through I think June 1st. So I think there's gonna be about 1 single every 2 weeks for a while.
Oh yeah. Was some of this made in Minnesota?
It was all made in Minnesota because the back catalog is there's a lot. There's like a lot of music. For every song that comes out, there's probably like 7 or 8 that didn't.
Any
So
features?
I had Tony on the last one.
Does that drop?
Well, that dropped, dude. That was Bomb Dogs. So we hit Bomb Dogs.
And it's your second most played song already.
Yeah, it is.
That was crazy.
That was very popular. That one's very popular.
That's wild.
I put out a lot of I think what happened was I got like the whole setup back in, you know, late last year. And I kind of burned myself out like recording and shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I probably recorded like 200 songs between then and like January.
Mm-hmm.
And after the show in January, I really pumped the brakes and I was like, you know, just not doing well mentally and just drinking and like, you know, like
Wintertime in Minnesota.
yeah, dude, just not leading that grown.
Not a lot to do unless you're like a really big outdoors person.
And I'm not, dude. I'm an indoor cat, you know, like I like to stay inside. So, you know, it was just a lot of drinking and then just kind of like stepping away from it because I'd burn myself out, you know, like recording and producing so much that like every time I'd sit down to make a beat or start making a song or writing or whatever, I would just get sick of it immediately and then trash it, scrap it, and then just leave it alone for a couple days. And I'd circle back, do the same thing. So what I've been doing out here with a little, you know, better mindset and a healthier, I guess, I've kind of just revisited producing in a different way, which always kind of happens with people who make beats, you know, you need to take breaks every shift.
Pretty cool, like more type of like EDM stuff.
Yeah, when we were in the car, dude, it's very influenced by like, you know, electronic artists that I like, dude. A lot of it's
There are some good ones for sure.
yeah. I really like that hyper pop shit, dude.
I really say I do like that you came back and you played your first live show in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, first live show in Minneapolis, dude, for sure.
And obviously, we covered it on our channel a little bit already, but we didn't really get to talk about it too much.
Yeah.
I thought it went really well. I had a good time.
Dude, everyone had a blast.
Tony was up there filming, doing his thing. I thought he was gonna end up passing out because of how we were definitely pre-showing the show.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were.
it was.
Oh my God, yeah, we were. Were we?
We're getting after all the boys were at my apartment.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah, we were. And I was trying to go light on it. But you know what? I honestly wish I would have went heavier.
We pulled up with that tequila, the really old Don Julio. It was great. This fun skinny bottle.
1942.
That shit was fire, dude. I honestly wish I would have hit it a little heavier because I was so nervous and so scared the entire time. It didn't go away, honestly.
A clip of you saying you're very excited.
Very excited. Yeah, dude, I was just like,
Very excited.
and I was not at all. I was absolutely dreading it, dude.
I'm very excited.
I'm very
I
excited.
think you did a great job, Phil. So I didn't realize. So how much longer did you stick around for quite a bit after?
I stayed through the whole thing. I was outside, like out back, smoking for a lot of it though, because there were just so many people there that showed up that I did not expect to show up and that I hadn't seen in a really long time, you know. So I was out back catching up with a lot of people for most of it, but
I saw a lot of people too that I hadn't seen.
you know who Ozzy honestly killed it. You know, he's got fucking energy on stage that I couldn't have imagined of having, you know, in general. But for my first show, it was cool. You know, so many people turned up to that shit. It was awesome. And I'm really...
Your parents pulled up. It was kind of one of those venues though too, like where I wouldn't mind having my parents come through because there's like booths in the front. There was a big group of people there, like not like a big group of people, but that were like originally there, like drinking and like having dinner.
Bro, when it filled up, there were like a dozen people in there.
Yeah.
There was like a few booths of people and then like a few people at the bar, but then by like 9 o'clock when we got there, that's when people started pulling up.
I feel like there were some people hanging out there prior and that they didn't even plan on going to seeing a show. That ended up like, hey,
They stuck around. Yeah,
that was cool.
Oh my man, I was so fucking... I should have abandoned the pedal too. The pedal served no purpose whatsoever. It didn't help. I don't think it helped me at all. I think I would have been better just raw vocals live.
Man, that's nasty.
I know, man. Excuse me. I'm
Pedal?
sorry.
What's the pedal?
The auto-tune pedal I had. You know what it was doing?
I don't make music, bro.
I had that auto-tune pedal and it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, you know? Like, it wasn't as reactive as I thought it was. And
You did say when we interviewed you after that you feel like it could have been louder in there.
dude, I just couldn't hear anything.
It's a small venue. There was a lot of people in there.
Everyone was loud, though. They were yelling at me, dude. Like, that shit was... It was a blast to do it, honestly, as scared as I was, but...
Those ladies were yelling some wild things.
Yeah, they were yelling some unsavory shit at me, bro. I didn't appreciate that too much.
Can't even say it on the pod. I won't ask you.
That's fucking dishonorable.
So you were supposed to play another show, but it kind of...
I was supposed to play another show with some fucking DJ in Minnesota that came high regarded by some people, and then it just totally fell through.
It was cold when he was there too.
What happened was, I'll talk some shit, bro. I don't care, dude. So we pull up to this show, right?
Talk your shit.
So me, Tony,
New segment.
yeah, new segment, bro. Talking some shit. So I am the Endless Grudge, bro. And so I've got some shit to say about these fucking nutcases that were fucking throwing this stupid fucking event, bro. This event was dumb as fuck. First of all, we pulled up and there was maybe like 8 people. in this fucking in this like
there's 8 security guards.
yeah, there was there was a security guard for every 2 people in that motherfucker. So we pull up, we go in there. I come up to the security. They're like, "What's your ID?"
The normal thing about it was, though, it was like a taco place that was being rented out for
event
hosted shows at and stuff.
Yeah,
Because of COVID, they couldn't. Something happened to where they couldn't pay.
couldn't do enough business.
Yeah.
So they were like renting out the venue.
Yeah.
They'd clear all the tables out and open it up. So it was like a small venue, you know.
It's like a strip, you know. It wasn't like wide. It was
It
like
was like a real big garage almost.
yeah.
331's kind of like that.
Yeah, I like 331.
Well, no, I really like.
Yeah.
I would love to like throw a show there. Also, you can get like dinner there, like and shit. So.
But he's trying to perform at the 331.
No, I'm just trying to like
Just dance.
bro and host the event. I'm not gonna be
Like stand up or something.
no, dude. Like either hip hop or an EDM show.
You could sing country.
Oh, sing country.
He thinks it about it sexy.
Dude. Woo! Bro, when we pulled up to that fucking spot,
Yeah.
first of all,
It was cold.
we looked in the window. We're like, what the fuck? Like, we could kind of hear something going on. And then I was like, I'll go first, you know? And so I cruised in, and motherfucking, there's 3 security guards up there. They're like, let's see your ID. They ID me. And then they're like, yeah, this couch is not easy on the ass. No, this is not a comfortable.
My cheeks are cheeky.
Yeah, it's cheeking out, bro. Give it a. So we pull up, and these motherfuckers at the door are like,
Here now I can.
yeah. They're like, let me see your ID. I show 'em my ID, and they're like, it's $20 entry, $20 to fucking enter this fucking event.
It's an $8 place.
That should be a no fucking cover place. So first of all, we pull up and they're like $20 to enter, and I'm like, oh, I'm performing. You know, I'm one of the acts tonight, right? One of the artists going, right? And so they're like, oh, okay. So then they look at this they got some piddly ass fucking napkin that they're looking at. And they're like, what's your name? And I tell them my name. And they're like, oh, you're not on here. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's my artist name. It's Endless Grudge. And they're like, that's not on there either. And I was like, the fucking DJ, I don't remember his name. I think it's like Cam something. Either way, fuck that dude. No way.
Okay.
No,
I'm just saying. I was like,
it was some fucking DJ who was like, who had hit me up on Instagram and made like a flyer for me, you know, and like I sent all my info to, and he was like, all right, pull up. And then so we got there, and this fucking dude didn't have my name down. So they had the fourth fucking security guard come over that was fucking strapped up and was like, hey, bro, so what's going on? And I'm like, well, I'm performing and I'm not on the list. He's like, well, then you got to pay. And I was like, well, I don't want fucking to play. I'm fucking performing. And I was like, he made me a flyer. Like, if that helps, like I'm supposed to perform. And he's like, yeah, he made everybody a flyer. And I was like, all right, so then fucking everybody's not performing then. And then we turned around and left. And then I called up the boys, the other few that were supposed to be performing, and they all just fucking turned around. And then that fucking dude didn't hit me up until like a week later on Instagram, and he's like, oh man, I missed you at the event, dude. Like, I thought you were pulling up. And I was like, no, dude, you're fucking lame ass security pressed me at the door for a 20.
yeah.
Not including I was performing, and I had you and Vanessa and everybody with us, you know, and they were gonna press us all for $20.
He was there, was he?
What, the DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there, dude. I was trying to catch his eye. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And then so I called up. I called like 2 or 3 other people who were supposed to be performing there that night. I was like, bail on this shit. This shit is fucking lame.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, we're turning around. So that was the end of that. And then he hit me up like a week later on Instagram. Was like, "Oh, I missed you at the thing. I'm doing another one." I was like, "Yeah, fuck that, dude. You're trying to make me fucking pay to play at a fucking place."
I mean, $20 is a little steep for a spot like that. To be honest,
White Steve.
Did you respond back when you said,
Yeah, I talked a bunch of shit, and then he was like, "Oh, you know, I got kids. I gotta make a living." I was like, "I don't care. That was really fucking stupid." That's actually, I'm correcting myself. That's not exactly what I said. I was a bit more
yeah,
potty-mouthed
that's all right.
with him.
I would have been upset as well.
I was pissed, dude, because I was like, the night before I did my first show, and it was a fucking paid event, dude. We all got fucking cashed out at the end of the night, for playing, and there was no door, and the venue's still paying their artist, So it was like cool. And then to pull up to an event where it was supposed to be even more overhyped with flyers and all this.
Was it the following day?
It was the next night. It's literally the next day. And then we get there, and it's just fucking lame. So fuck that dude. I would really love to drop his name, but honestly, I can't even remember it. I don't even know who the fuck it was, to be honest with you.
Well, there's that. You don't even remember his name, so can't do that. I have no clue.
bro,
Woo!
I'm hurting, boys.
Bro.
I need more energy. Let's crack another high nooner.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to go get it for you? Don't worry, I'll bartend.
You've done it before.
Keep talking.
Oh, those are tasty. Wow.
You need anything or you good?
Oh, I just cracked one. I'm straight chilling. My fucking pants are riding up my balls.
Yeah, the counts will do it to you too, bro.
You're always
It's
some brutals on the pod.
You have to
Little
wear.
wicked.
You have to just take your underwear off.
Hold me.
Really?
Same with your burping.
Yeah, you're always burping and talking about your nuts on the podcast. I heard.
Well, if you don't like it, then don't watch it.
See what we gotta work with.
Oh, this tastes like a Happy Dad.
You know what? The room
Crushed a few of those yesterday.
the room temperature Happy Dads in hindsight now would have been much better cold. However, I am starting to prefer the high nooners to the
These are good, but
happy.
I don't know. I don't know. Little step in here.
five Happy Dads within a matter of about an hour.
Way lower.
Let me step in here.
No, I mean way less time. Probably like within a half hour, I had about 5 down.
Okay, I'm stepping out.
No, you have the talk.
Anyway, I forgot that. 1 sec. Happy Dads. Yeah, stepped in. I forgot.
I got crushed.
Thanks.
I crushed one at the beach yesterday too. He did slight flex.
Oh, they're.
And we crushed them when we were.
I think they got a good like juice flavor to them, you know.
Capri Sun.
Bob Reck. Sorry.
Robert Capri Sun.
Shout out. But they're like, I like how they're not too fizzy.
The dads?
Yeah, because then they don't make me do this
Right.
every 30 seconds.
Sure enough.
All right, you guys.
Clean electrolytes.
I'll stop burping on the pod,
Thing.
Don't worry.
and I'll stop talking about
Hey,
feet.
well, I know, but you told me that you were getting upset about me being on my phone all the time on the pod, which is rude, and I did correct it. So I'm just.
I don't think burping's like rude, man. It's an actual occurring cause, you know.
That's how I feel about ripping farts, dude. But
As long as you're respectful about it, like just
I'm not, though.
burp away from somebody.
The same thing. I go fart away from somebody, and they still don't really appreciate that. But suppose that one tends to linger a bit more. But
I honestly don't even think about it. I feel it and it just goes. I just like, oh, whoops.
to be honest with you, I absolutely love ripping farts, and I try to rip them as much as I can. I try to never stifle one.
It's bad for you.
To rip farts?
No,
To hold them in, right?
fucking load them up for the next time. You can't fucking double pack those things.
What has happened? This went from a really good pod to a really shitty one. Literally.
Double pack. I think it's going great.
I'm officially upset.
It went from a really shitty one to a really stinky.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll get back on track, dude.
I don't know. Sun's popping out, boys.
Well, hoodie's not vibing anymore. We're
Get
talking
right.
about bodily movements.
I mean, yeah, it's just you roasting.
Oh, dude, we'll get some fire
What's up?
sushi for dinner too.
Good. If you would have slept a little bit longer today, great.
I got air leg.
Jet lag. Dude, literally, our flight. So I'm not even gonna lie, we definitely scented on some drinks prior. Probably too many. But like the whole flight, like a half an hour go by, and I like looked at the clock, like Tony, like the 2 hour mark is like, dude, that's still so long.
I'm like,
Then we hit turbulence, so the cart got pushed back another hour, and then we finally got a beer and some snacks, like with an hour left for our flight. So
Fuck.
and neither one of us got window seat. I had to sit in the middle.
I got right next to the bathroom seat. So it's elegant.
I didn't get up at all.
Elegant?
Yeah.
Oh, is there? Yeah.
I watched a new movie, Amsterdam, Christian Bale, and was the hottie from Wolf of Wall Street.
It's a real Robbie.
Yes.
Oh my, I was thinking the other guy.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Leonardo.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg or something.
He's not even in that movie. God damn it. I've probably seen Wolf of Wall Street 1,000 times.
I've seen it. It's a really entertaining movie.
It's also like a long movie. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, we should watch, dude. Oh, no. Actually, never mind.
Never mind. Scrap it.
Scrap it. We should get sushi and watch the scary movies.
You know what? You know what I'm feeling tonight, boys?
What?
Getting some food
Puffers.
and
Oh, now we're getting somewhere.
I'll take you down to here.
clubbing.
It's not really clubbing, but we'll go barring for sure. We can get some bar. Because down on the pier, it goes off.
Karaoke.
You're gonna have to walk though.
That's fine.
It's all right.
Here's the thing, dude. I want to talk about this.
I'll just get some Heelys or something.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, bro. In Minneapolis, it's a very it's built around traffic in cars. You know what I mean?
You got to drive a lot.
This place is built around people and foot traffic. You know?
I can kind of tell.
Excuse me.
There
So
are some spots in Minnesota where you can find a place to park,
100%,
but not a lot.
not a lot, especially like downtown. You know what I mean? So
Bro, let's get some rollerblade.
I have one longboard.
I did see that.
The one vehicle I brought
But
with.
they got like a sports shack out here where I could buy like a surfboard and some rollerblades.
We got Palladian Sports.
There's plenty of sports down here.
Yeah. What? Yeah, sure. Yeah, a few miles up the road. Yeah.
Worldwide, man.
National. Definitely national. I know what you mean.
National.
So this city, especially like beach towns, are built around foot traffic because people come on vacation or they're just kind of cruising around because they're locals, you know. So there's, you know, you've seen it like restaurants that are just like open facing that have like seating like out on the sidewalk even, you know, or in the street that have a little sectioned off bit. So that's kind of how everything
Wait, you
is.
talked about a big outside market.
Yeah.
Was that on the food?
Grand Central Market. Did we talk about that?
I thought we were maybe thinking about going there.
I did mention Grand Central Market. That's a really good spot, which is like a lot of like local vendors, like a lot of very small company like restaurants. But they're not even really like restaurants. They're kind of like imagine like, you know, just like stationary food truck kind of deal, like very niche, sort of like, you know, they make one kind of thing. Like there's one thing called like I think it's called like egg slut, which is like all kind of like centered around eggs and breakfast sandwiches and shit like that. The place I wanted to take you guys was called the Horse Thief, which is all barbecue, and they make fucking killer barbecue.
Right after I got a hold at Rock and Brews, I turned the page and I saw you guys have ribs there. I'm like, I could have got.
The ribs are good, yeah.
Yeah.
They are good.
Well, when we were pulling up, it smells like barbecue because it's kind of like an outside type of bar, you know, big windows.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's like 3-foot glass.
Yeah.
That like is up on a ledge, so you couldn't break into it without absolutely destroying your body. But the way they do is they just pull down this taut like rain curtain and hook it in place. So like that's the thing. It's a very safe kind of area, and it's a very like you can like trespass. You know what I mean? So
family type of vibe too as well.
Totally.
Wasn't there like a little playground?
Yeah, there's like a little kids. There's like a little.
I was gonna say.
There's like a little kids like indoor, like a mini thing that you would see at McDonald's like 10 years ago.
Because in Minnesota, like I know of a couple bars that are kind of like in the burbs, like in the middle of the neighborhood.
Right.
But that's not really a thing in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It was cool because we were like in the burbs, kind of, and it's just like a restaurant in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's a good stretch over there it's like on Main Street in El Segundo is where the restaurant is, and it's fun to work there, dude, because it stays pretty busy because there's a good amount of foot traffic, and you know, that's what you'll notice. You'll go to more and more places and you'll find either no parking lot or a very, very small one because it's all centered and designed around just people and not people in cars. It's designed around foot traffic, and you know, it's a destination spot, you know, so you're very intentionally going to this place. God, excuse me, dude, now I'm on the shit, bro.
If the guest does it, it's okay, but if he doesn't, it's a problem.
There's no protein in here. It's fine.
Sorry. So you lived here for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Where have you like bopped around about? Like where have you like lived? California.
I spent the most time in Torrance.
Okay.
Which if we get up onto this one street over here and we just go straight, you'll hit it in like 2 miles. So
it's like 30 minutes here.
Yeah, which is, I mean, to get from here to where I used to live, which is about 6 miles away, will take us about a half hour.
Isn't that crazy?
Which is rough, but again,
Bit nutty.
It's another pro-ish of kind of being in a smaller beach town like this, is that everywhere you need to go, you can either walk to or you take a very short drive to, you know? Like the grocery, gas station, fucking movie theater, beach, whatever, is all within like a liquor store, totally, is within 5 minutes away, you know? So, but yeah, everything, it's very slow moving. Like if you need to get from here to LA, it's going to take us about 45 minutes.
You prefer here over Torrance then?
Honestly, Torrance, the only reason I prefer Torrance is because it's a little more comfortable to me. I know it better.
Yeah.
And it's more familiar. But the place I enjoy being in more is here in this little beach town because it's very safe and relaxed. Like we leave the fucking doors unlocked when we leave the house, you know, like you can just walk around. My girlfriend feels comfortable walking around alone at night.
There's kids playing outside and shit. There's a kid.
Yeah,
was throwing that like walk.
Yeah, he's throwing a.
We were in a hold them.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie, that was pretty scary.
That was hilarious. It was a kid who.
There's Frenchies over with
Frenchies. They're French bulldogs. I fucking love looking at them. They're fucking short and stout. Or they're bulls.
Talking about dogs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, are you just thinking about Frenchie girls or something? Oh, man.
Oh, you thought Frenching.
Yeah.
Oh.
You thought we were talking about French.
Oh. My head is
spinning.
No, dude, I'm just like, I'm like right here, like stuck, you know, just chilling, you know. Like,
well,
I'm neither here nor there.
You want to maybe
I'm neither up nor down.
Sure. If you want to wrap it up in a second, when I catch some rays.
I'm neither yes or no.
Some rays will do you some good.
I am in the middle.
It was hard because we were thinking about scrapping it or doing the pod, and then we're like, Tony, it's up to you. Got really.
He caught a wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility.
It was the Kush gave him the wind. Where he came in here and was like, let's get after it. Broke the camcorder out. Broke out the tripods. Excuse me. Good God.
I'm always down to work. I'm just not good at working.
Can't perform every day.
I'm always good at doing the work, but I'm not good at working.
I think
That makes sense.
the behind the seat.
Did I hit the nose on the nail?
Yeah, you did.
The snails in the water?
All right. Well, on that note,
My legs hurt.
let's wrap it up. Maybe.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Fucking fuck.
We're about to get some
About to go get me a massage with a happy dad.
So,
Look at this. Look at this.
God, you're killing me, Smalls.
It's a long ass hair that was in my
Where
face.
did this?
That was in his hands. Like, in my leg.
So, something to look forward to. You're dropping a single for the next.
The next single is going to be called The Box.
Let's go.
Yes. Here, let me get the exact details for you. I'm gonna let me do some quick promo real quick. Okay. So, this is what we got coming up. The Box. Well, first of all, Like a Dog single just came out yesterday. It's on all platforms. Everything's going to be on all platforms: SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, anywhere, YouTube, where music is available. You can find it.
Billboard too.
It's going to be on a billboard over off La Cienega in about 4 hours. So, The Box comes out May 9th, Full of Hate May 23rd, Obvious May 30th. That's what I got coming up. We're trying to get a show in at the Peppermint Club downtown in LA. So we're trying to get that set up for the summer. And then I think I'm really just going to work, album mode, dude, just trying to, focus back on the beats and producing and making it exciting again. And then writing and getting some shit recorded. I think it's going to be very different. I think it's going to probably be very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, just even your living situation is probably gonna change up the
Environment has a huge effect. You've already heard it.
Tanya, you're fucking great.
But all right, thanks for tuning in, fools. Comment, like, subscribe. Someone send Tony
A life
a
matter
happy text or something. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace. No, you smell.
Sucked and fucked.
Get your head out of your ass, champ.
Excuse me, so bad.
I will try to boost your confidence.
I'll suckle fuck you right now.
No.
All right.
You guys are overwhelming me. Don't give me a hug. Give me a...
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
We got after it. We got it done, dude.
Got him done.
So,
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
let me take your wires.